Hi everyone, I'm Arna, lecturer in Sarasara College for Women, Eluru. Today I'm going to discuss a few topics in web technology. Those are HTML, XML, web. This web technology is the subject for final BCom students 5th semester. Before going to the topic, we need some basic definitions like what is a web technology, what is a web page, what is a web, what is a markup language. So what is web technology? A web technology is defined as a technology through which we can develop or create various types of web pages. What is a web page? It's a document or a resource. Information is usually written in HTML that is suitable for the World Wide Web. What do you mean by a web or a World Wide Web? We all know that web is a system that is based on hypertext and HTTP for providing, organizing, and accessing a wide variety of resources. What is a markup language? It's a language which is used to format the text inside a HTML document. For designing or else creating web pages, in the sense a page is a document where we get the information. All this information should be written by using some language. That is markup language. For that we are using a HTML language. What is HTML? HTML is a standard markup language for creating web pages. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This HTML was created by Berners-Lee in late 1991. It was standardized and specifications was published in 1995. The entire web page structure is described by HTML. All the HTML elements are the basic building blocks of HTML pages. We can enter two types of text in a document. One is simple text and the other one is multimedia text. In simple text, we can enter alphabets, numbers, special keys, all this. Including this, we can also include some audio files, video files, images. So that complicated text are called as multimedia text. So it displays a variety of types of information. It contains simple text or multimedia containing sound, images, Java applets, etc. HTML tags like heading tag, paragraph, table, list, all these tag, label specifies the piece of contents that are to be displayed on a document. For example, heading tag, similarly paragraph, table, list, and so on. For displaying this HTML document, we need an interface where we can display our code. For that, we need a browser. In the previous definition, we seen that a web technology, a web page, all these while in internet, when we are running an internet or in a web page, we will access some pages. All these pages will run under some environment. That environment is known as browser. So browser doesn't display any HTML tags. Just it produces the content of the page. It doesn't display any HTML tags. What are the browsers that are used for HTML documents? Browsers like Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Safari. Most of us, we all know Internet Explorer and Chrome. So all these browsers read the HTML documents and displays them. The browser does not display the HTML tags, but it displays the document. In a sense, determines how to display the document. Whatever the text we return in a HTML tags, displays only the content, not the tags. So once we created a web page, in the sense a HTML document is created. When I created a document, it was fine. If there is any changes or any modifications I want to do for that particular page, then we can modify it by using some editors. By default, we all use Notepad, and also we can use a professional HTML editor like Dreamweaver, which allows us to modify or create web pages. So web pages can be created and modified by using simple text editor like Notepad, or by using professional HTML editors like Dreamweaver. So HTML is a markup language and makes use of various tags to format the content. So here we are, all these tags should be enclosed in some braces. These braces are known as angle braces. See here, this is open brace, tag name, close brace. These are called angle braces. For example, tag name is HTML and the other tag name is body. All these are enclosed in angular braces. This HTML is called as opening tag and this is called as closing tag. The difference between the opening tag and closing tag is slash. Similarly, body tag. This is body opening tag and it is closing tag. Whatever the text we can write, in the previous slide we have seen that heading tag, paragraph tag. For heading tag we can refer H1 to H7. So all these tags can be enclosed within angular braces. Once we created a HTML document, that should be saved with an extension of HTML. For example, I created a document, HTML document with the name sample. Then I have to save that document with an extension .html. So sample.html or else test.html, demo.html, whatever the file or else document, we want to save it as an HTML. For that we use .html. This entire HTML structure is divided into two parts. So HTML is an application from standard generalized markup language. It's a open application. HTML follows W3C, World Wide Web Consortium. There are several versions of HTML. First version of HTML is 1991, but it was published in 1995 with the version HTML 2.0, and the next version of HTML is 3.2 in the year 1997, and HTML 4.1 in year 1997, and 2000 version of HTML is known as XHTML, and 2014 is HTML5. The entire HTML structure is classified into two parts, or else the structure of HTML is divided into two. One is head section and the other one is body section. So head contains a tag, title tag. This tag is used for referring the name or title of the document. Head displays all the meta tags. It is enclosed between a HTML and body tag. First, coming to the body. Body describes all the content of a document, whatever we want to display on the web page. That should be written or enclosed in body tag. For example, see here, I have written H1 tag, heading tag, and T is paragraph tag. So as I said, each and every tag has an opening tag and closing tag, and it should be enclosed in angular braces. Observe all the tags here, HTML enclosed in angular braces. Similarly, head, title, body, H1, T. We have two types of tags. One is paid tags and the other one is singular tags. Paid tag means every open tag has its own closing tag. It has its own companion. Those tags are called as paid tags. It means that head with a closed head, or title with a closed title, body with closed body, HTML with closed HTML. All these are called as paid tags. Every opening tag will have its closing tag with its companion. If there is no companion, in the sense only opening tag is there, then it is called as singular tags. This is our sample HTML document. So everything should be enclosed in HTML. This HTML structure is classified in two parts, head section and body section. Head contains all the metadata. In that we have seen a title tag. This title tag describes the title or name of the HTML document, and this body tag describes the contents of the document. Here we have written h1 tag and a paragraph tag, and this document type HTML, this is used for comments. This is the basic structure or simple program of HTML. So let's move on to the next topic, that is XML. What is XML and why we are using XML? XML is also a markup language. It is also derived from HTML. XML stands for Extensible Markup Language. This XML is designed to store and transport the data. In the sense, exchanging of data can be done. In the HTML, HTML was designed to display the data, whereas XML was designed to be self-descript. In the sense, in the previous example, we have seen h1 paragraph tags, image, so similar tags can be used. Whereas in XML, we can design our own tags. We can implement. In the next example, we can see that. So that's why XML was designed to be self-descriptive. These XML tags identify the data and are used to store. HTML only displays the data, whereas XML stores, transports, organizes all this. So HTML tags identifies the data and are used to store and organize the data rather than specifying how to display it, like HTML tags, which are used to display the data. XML is extensible. It means XML allows us to create our own self-descriptive tags. As I said, XML is mainly meant for designing our own tags. So our language that suits your application. XML carries data. It doesn't display or it does not present it. XML allows you to store the data irrespective of how it will be presented. XML is a World Wide Web Consortium recommendation. The main XML designing is used to store and transport. So that's why XML can be used to exchange the information between any systems or organizations. So XML is not a replacement of HTML. As we have seen, all the HTML files should be stored with an extension .html. Similarly, all the files of XML can be stored with an extension of .xml. Let's see an example for XML document. So here we are describing our own tags. This is called self-descriptive tags. Here I wrote a bookstore with several books, name of the book, author who wrote that in a year, and what is the price of book. For all these contents, I maintain a HTML document, and I keep the name for these books is bookstore, and each and every book will be categorized with a book. For more elaboratively, I am showing this slide. See here, bookstore, it is a tag, our own design tag. In that bookstore, I am writing a book tag. So book category equals to commerce. Subject I have chosen for BCom students is commerce, and the title, language, what type of books we need. English, and the title of the book is Corporate Accounts. Author who wrote this book is Ram Kumar, and in which year he wrote this book? 2005, and price for this book is 30 rupees. If I want any other information or any documents I want to include, then I can write here or else close this book. If I want to write any other book, then again open a book, category equals to, see here, book category equals to web, same title language equals to English. Now the title of the book is Web Programming, and the author who wrote the web programming is Chris Bates. In which year he wrote this book is 2003, and the price of book is 149 rupees. So I close the, all these tags are paid tags, and it should be enclosed similarly. XML is also a markup language, that's why we all enclose these tags in Angular braces, and each and every tag should be, opening tag should have closing tag, that's why all these tags are paid tags. If I want any other book, if I want to include any other book, then again a book category equals to GST, title English, GST programming book, the who wrote that book, in which year he published, and what is the price of book. So it should be enclosed within a bookstore. All the book details should be enclosed in book tag. So here we are using bookstore tag, book tag, title tag, bookstore, book, title, author, year, price. These are all our own tags. So that's why we are using XML. Next, coming to the World Wide Web. So World Wide Web is an information space where documents and other web resources are identified by uniform resource locators, interlinked by hyperlinks, and can be accessed via internet. And starting, we have seen the definition of web. It's a system which allows various hypertext and HTTPs for organizing, accessing. So all these in internet, if you want to access any kind of data. So this World Wide Web is developed by, invented by Tim Berners-Lee in year 1989. So World Wide Web is a combination of all resources and users on internet that are using hypertext transfer protocol. So web pages are primarily, we can, in HTML we have seen that we can enter two types of text for creating any HTML documents. So similarly, primary text documents developed by using a HTML language. In addition, we can change or modify that simple text into complex text, like web pages may contain images, videos, audios, and software components that are to be displayed. For displaying all these web pages, we need a interface. That interface is known as web browser. Hyperlinks navigates. So embedding hyperlinks permit us to navigate between web pages. So multiple web pages in a common domain can make a website. So World Wide Web is a system which links several web pages or documents with a protocol HTTP, allows us to organize, access internet. Till now, we learn about HTML, XML, and World Wide Web. What is a HTML? HTML means hypertext markup language. This is mainly used for creating of web pages. And XML is also a markup language. It is an extensible markup language. This is mainly used for self-descriptive tags designed to store and transport the data. That's why XML is the most common tool for data transmission between all sorts of applications. All these web pages are primarily text documents. These are developed with the help of HTML. In addition that, we can format the text. Web pages may contain images, video, audio, and software components. Any kind of data can be used, that is simple text or complex text. For displaying documents, we use web browsers. So all the software components that are displayed in a user's web browser. Hope you all understand. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.